flights of stairs wasn't that bad. You're telling me I just carried you up 15 flights of stairs?
It's not like I asked you to do it.
Oh, really? Okay, what do you call this? Oh, please, Jordan. Please, please, please. Can you carry me up the stairs? I'm so tired. Please. That was you.
I don't remember that.
Sure, whatever, Zippy. Alright, look, we better sit down on the rear scanner so that they can take our attendance. I don't want to be marked up as absent, okay?
I'm still not sure about these rear end scanners. I mean, how do they know where and whose rear end that is? Like, whose is it? I don't know. It's not like a fingerprint that they can just pull out of a computer somewhere. Or is it? Is there a rear end print computer out there somewhere?
Just sit down, Zippy. I don't really think it's a big deal as you're making it out to be.
Okay. I'm just not entirely comfortable with this.
Good morning, class! Today is going to be a great day at Springside. Your lunch menu for today is the Springside Special, along with Bolognios for dessert. These are some of my favorite. All the deliciousness of bologna inside an Oreo cookie. Yum! You might remember that we learned some wise words last time. They were, wise people listen and add to what they've learned, from Proverbs 1:5. I think you've done a great job listening since you've been here at school. But today, you can wise up by listening and then adding to what you have learned. That just means knowing what to do after you hear something new. Enjoy your day at Springside.
Hey, did you hear that? I think it's Eduardo the hamster. He must be hungry again.
Well, then let's feed him. But no wonder he's hungry. Do you see him? He just keeps turning and he keeps going, oh, round and round and round.
Yeah. Sure he does, Zippy. Speaking of hungry, didn't that lunch menu make you drool? Yummy.
If by drool you mean throw up a little bit in my mouth, then yes, I can say that lunch makes me gag every day. Every day.
What's that noise? I haven't heard that sound before.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's not the elevator or the chalkboard.
Well, we have to figure it out. You know, you heard Mrs. Y. She said anytime that we hear a sound, we have to figure out what it means.
Well, then maybe we should ask Mrs. Wise what it is. I mean, she knows anything about everything.
It's so true. That's a great idea. Mrs. Wise, what does it mean if we hear a sound like this? Ring, ring, ring.
Great question! That sound is the kitchen timer going off in Chef Cook's kitchen. I'm sure she hears it, but if she doesn't, I guess the Springside Special will be burnt to a crisp. Maybe next time Chef Cook should put sunscreen on the food.
Burnt lunch? That's terrible!
Oh, please. I bet some of the burnt crispiness could probably help Chef Cook's cooking. I mean, at least when you taste the burnt part, it's actually tasting whatever her food was supposed to taste like.
But, no, if Chef Cook burns lunch, then the kitchen could catch on fire. And then if the kitchen catches on fire, then the school will catch on fire. What should we do?
Fire drill position!
Wait, stop, drop, and roll! Stop, drop, and roll! Hide, and roll! Stop! Zippy, what are you doing?
I'm getting into my fire drill position. What are you doing?
I'm doing what you're supposed to do if there's a fire. Stop, drop, and roll! hiding under a desk. Do you think if there's a fire that the fire won't find you under the desk?
Well, at least I have a plan, even if it won't work.
There's Chef Cook's kitchen timer again! If only there was something we could do. Maybe we could let her know that the kitchen timer is going off and that she needs to check on lunch.
I mean, I'm not really all that nervous if, lunch gets messed up because let's be real. You saw what lunch is going to look like. But I don't really want our school to be burnt down. And we're on the 15th floor, and that could take such a long time in a burning building to, go down.
If only the classroom would go to the kitchen! Whoa! Hey! That's the elevator sound!
I think you activated the elevator by telling it to go to the kitchen. Or at least I hope that's where we're going.
Hold on, everyone! Whoa!
This is still the coolest school ever! Our classroom moves!
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yep. We're in the kitchen. We'll know by the smell.
Chef Cook! Chef Cook! Where are you?
Well, hello there! You just caught me in the middle of resetting my kitchen timer. You see, lunch is almost 3 times burnt. That's when it reaches perfection. The trick is to set your timer for when lunch will burn the first time, then do that again and again. That's my secret way of cooking. No one else does cooking like Chef Cook. It took me a while to add this secret to what I learned about cooking. It all started back when I was a young chef. I went to a summer camp with my friends Stir Fry and Coleslaw. We took a cooking class together, and I learned so much about cooking. Our teacher would always tell us to remember Proverbs 1:5. Wise people listen and add to what they've learned. Oh, and I listened all right. I listened to what my teacher said, and then I did it every time I cooked something. In fact, that's where I came up with the recipe for the Springside special that you'll be having today. Sometimes at camp, my whole team would go on to the next activity, but I would just stay behind with my teacher and ask questions. I took all the answers I got and added them to what I had learned by writing things down in my cookbook, storing them in my brain, and then making those recipes later on. I even learned how to make all healthy food taste like junk food. Like when you take a bite of the Brussels sprouts that I cook, they actually taste like chocolate. And peas taste like gummy bears. Speaking of gummy bears, I have to finish getting lunch ready. You know what? While I'm finishing here in the kitchen, you guys should play a super fun game. I'll send you the instructions right now. Cook's gotta be cooking. Bye, y'all. La 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 la.
Hey! I think it's Chef Cook's instructions!
Hey, it's like an airplane. Okay, but hey, wait a second. Before we start playing one of her crazy games, I just want to double check something. Is she really burning our lunches 3 meals on purpose?
Yes, of course. Her cooking is the best around. I would trust that she learned it at camp.
Okay. So what do the instructions say?
All right. It says that this is a game Chef Cook plays with other lunch ladies to help them get ready for when all the students come to lunch. There's a backside.
But who wants to play a game? Oh, woo! Okay. Hey, can everyone tell me your name and one healthy food you like to eat? Oh, I like this. Is it good? Yes.
Awesome! How about you tell them the instructions?
Awesome. So this is how we're gonna play the game. Alright, you'll need to be in 2 teams of 2. And then one team will be the lunch person by wearing an oven mitt and a hairnet. And the other 2 contestants will be students who are coming to lunch. The lunch person on the team will stand over here, and then the other 2 contestants will stand over there. Jordan, will you tell them the rest?
All right. The 2 contestants who are students will stand with their backs to the lunch person. The lunch people will pick up a food from their paper bag and shout to their teammate what it is. If the food is healthy, like a fruit or a vegetable, then the student will turn around. The lunch person will toss the food to the student, and the student will catch it on their tray. If the food is not healthy, like chips or candy, the students will not turn around. The student will have to listen to their teammate and know what to do when they hear the food called.